Welcome to Flotilla, the service that helps you maintain and report on the patch levels of fleets of Linux computers. Everyone knows that they need to install their patches, but we all know that patching is time-consuming and disruptive. Our service helps you install what you need, when you need it, and with minimal risk. Before launching Flotilla, there are several infrastructure and permissions prerequisites that need to be met. These are all in our deployment guide, but we will now go through each of them, showing you where in AWS they are configured. Links to the AWS console for each of these steps are provided in the description below this video. The first prerequisite is to ensure that you have selected the region you will be deploying Flotilla into. The next step is to create a policy, as you can see here, in Identity and Access Management. The user account which will deploy Flotilla needs to have a policy with these permissions. In the main policy editor field, select JSON and delete the default code highlighted here in grey and replace with the code provided in the deployment guide. The link is below. Here you can see the first half of the JSON code from the deployment guide pasted in. Click on Next. Give your policy a name and click on Create Policy. Create a new user group and attach the policy to the group, ensuring your user is a member of the group. A key pair is required to log in to your Flotilla management portal. If you don't already have one set up, create one here under Network and Security. Click on Create Key Pair. Name your key pair and then click on Create Key Pair. Flotilla requires 2 subnets and 1 VPC. You can either use the defaults created by AWS, or if you wish, you can create your own for Flotilla. The details are in the link below. Under the Route 53 option, register the domain you wish to use with Flotilla. This will automatically create a hosted zone for you, which is required later. A link to describe how to register a domain is below. Lastly, a simple email service needs to be configured to enable Flotilla to send notifications. If you don't already have this service set up, type simple email service in the search bar to begin. Click on Get Started. The link in the description provides step-by-step instructions. Add the email address you wish Flotilla to use for sending notifications. Click on Next. Enter just your sending domain and click Next. Review your details and then click on Get Started. And verify your email address in Get Setup by clicking on the verification link sent to your email. If you envisage sending more emails than the sandbox quota listed, you will need to request production access. The link detailing how to do this is in the description. You now have the infrastructure and permissions to launch Flotilla from Amazon Marketplace. With your infrastructure set up, you'll now be able to launch Flotilla by searching for Flotilla in AWS Marketplace. Once found, click on View Purchase Options to start the process. After reading the terms and conditions, click on Accept Terms. You should now see a green tab indicating a successful purchase. Click to launch the software. Select the region you are in and continue to launch. Lastly, click on Launch. This will take you to the stack creation page in AWS CloudFormation, where you need to accept the pre-populated fields and defaults. Click on Next to proceed. Enter the name, VPC, subnet, availability zone, and subdomain details as requested. Either use the default VPCs and subnets provided by AWS, or you can create your own. The link for this is below. Select a domain, a Route 53 zone key pair, the IP address or range you will be accessing the Flotilla server from, the IP address range of machines connecting to Flotilla, and the IP address or range of machines that need SSH access to Flotilla. For guidance regarding which ECS and RDS instance sizes to select, please view the link below, which will take you to the deployment guide. Then click Next to start the Create Stack process. In the Configure Stack Options page, tick the box to acknowledge that AWS will create resources during the stack creation process and click on Next. In the Review page, click Submit. When the stack process is completed, the status of the stack changes to Create Complete in green. If an error appears in red, please refer to the troubleshooting link below. The URL of your Flotilla management portal is now displayed under the Outputs tab of your successfully created stack. The first time you browse to your URL, you will be presented with this prompt to create an admin account to log into your management portal. We recommend that you create a second user account to perform Flotilla admin tasks. Click on the Flotilla logo and then Users. Click on Create User. Enter a username, email address, and click on Create User. The user will now receive an email asking them to create a password for their account. To add this new user to the admin group, click on User Groups. Click on the existing admin user group. Click on Add User. And lastly, click on Add User once more. You will now want to add your first client to Flotilla. The user guide has the commands you'll need to run for Linux distributions that use apt and DNF. We're using a Ubuntu box here, so I'll be running the curl command. The link to this section of the deployment guide is below. So a quick copy and paste here to run the curl command to download the GPG key and the echo command to add the Flotilla repository to apt. Followed by 3 commands to install the Flotilla client. After which you should enter the host name of your Flotilla server. Now register your device in the Flotilla server by running the flotilla-apt-cron command. This is in the link below. In the admin menu of your Flotilla server, click on Unauthenticated Machines. Tick the box to select your machine and click on Authenticate Selected. Your device will now appear in Flotilla under the Machines tab. Clicking on the machine will give further details. Flotilla now shows the initial status of the machine. 3 types of events can be created: updates, reports, and installs. First, click on your machine in the Management portal via the Machines option, and then on the machine in the Machine List box. Create an event by clicking on the green plus sign in Scheduled Events. Select Update from the drop-down menu. An update will refresh the package list. Schedule whether the update will be a one-off or regular event, and then click on Create Event. Your update event will now be listed in the Machine Schedule section. A report will email the user a PDF file containing a list of updates that require installing dependent upon their severity level. Similar to an update, scheduling a report requires first clicking Schedule Events and then selecting Report from the drop-down menu. Select the severity level and the email address you wish the report to be sent to. Choose whether the report will be a one-off or a regular report and then click on Create Event. Similar to a report and update, an install requires first clicking Scheduled Events and then selecting Install from the drop-down menu. Select the minimum severity level of the packages to be installed. This can be one of 4, low, medium, high and critical. Choose whether the install will be a one-off or regular, and then click on Create Event. Once the install has run, an install report will be available under the Machine Schedule section. Here a green tick indicates a successful install, whereas a red X indicates any issues encountered during the install, which you can click on for more details.